On Apple Valley News now at 6, an update from the Washington State Patrol regarding reports of people selling gold jewelry on the side of Eastern Washington Highway.
Infrastructure is something you very easily take for granted.
A year in the making, the new link that bridges the gap between two cities and offers a new option for local drivers. And the proposed wind farm in the Horse Heaven Hills. A local county commissioner has asked the state to reconsider, but will the state listen?
Another gorgeous day in the books. It's going to be beautiful tomorrow, but we have big changes on the way next week. Apple Valley News now at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We have a follow-up tonight regarding people selling gold jewelry on the side of highways in Eastern Washington. The Washington State Patrol says troopers confiscated the items you see here on your screen from people in two separate incidents in Yakima. State Trooper Chris Thorson tweeted the information and these pictures. He says both of the people are now under investigation. This follows earlier reports of people selling gold jewelry and other items for gas money, but the buyers later learned that the gold was fake. Just a reminder, the State Patrol says if someone tries to flag you down on the side of the road, don't stop. What you should do is call 911, give them the location of the person and their vehicle to authorities. Richland Police is asking for help to locate a missing woman. 21-year-old Juliana Ramos Flores was last seen September 28th. She stands 5'1". You can see pictures of her here on your screen. Richland Police say she had a tattoo of a rose on her right forearm and one of a black heart on her left wrist. Now, if you see her, you can call the non-emergency dispatch. The number to do that is there on your screen, 509-628-0333. Yakima County is dealing with a Shigella outbreak. That's a bacteria that can spread from an infected person. Now, according to the Yakima Health District, Yakima County has had 72 cases between January and Monday. That's significantly higher than the 10 cases they saw during the same time last year. Symptoms include diarrhea, which can contain blood or be prolonged, fever, stomach pain, or the need to use the restroom despite having empty bowels. Symptoms start within 2 days of an infection and last for a week. Protect yourself by thorough hand washing and clean and sanitize work areas. And don't prepare food if you're sick. Don't share food if you're sick either. You'll also want to not swim, and you'll want to stay home from school or from jobs that involve any food preparation, healthcare, or childcare if you're ill. Job-based health insurance is a lot more expensive for companies and workers this year. Yearly premiums for family health insurance coverage soared to an average of nearly $24,000. That's according to KFF's Employer Health Benefits Survey. It represents a 7% jump from last year. The average employee share of the annual premium came out to $6,575. That's a jump of almost $500 from last year, or nearly 8%. Now, for individual coverage, the average annual premium increased to $8,435, also up 7% from last year. Of that premium, the employee is paying just over $1,400, which is about $75 more than last year. KFF, formerly better known as the Kaiser Family Foundation, says the jump in premiums is roughly in line with inflation. Now, Voluntary Employees Beneficiary Association, or VEBA, is a system that's costing Franklin County almost $3 million per year. Now, commissioners are looking to lower that bill. Now, for many county employees, VEBA is a tax-free trust fund account they can use to pay for medical expenses that aren't covered by county-provided insurance. We're going to talk more about what happened today in the Franklin County Commissioners meeting coming up a little bit later in the show. Now, the Therapeutic and Mental Health Court in Benton County celebrated a single graduate this morning.
We'll get you a copy of that.
Elio Guerrero Gudez finished the program with no sanctions. Therapeutic courts are intensive programs run by Benton County for people who committed crimes that require support and resources rather than jail time. Saying goodbye to those who graduate from those courts is bittersweet for everyone who walked with them on their path to a life free of criminal history. Let's talk about your forecast. Stacey Lee joins us live with a look at what to expect this week.
That's right. The forecast, lovely. Check it out with the sun just starting to set tonight. 68 degrees. And yeah, look at that, 6:05. So pretty much now, from now on, these newscasts will be down with the sun by the time the show starts. So again, beautiful day. We'll continue to see that ridge of high pressure sitting right on top of us, bringing that warm air right up from the south. And again, that continues to give us temperatures a good 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Planning your night out tonight in the Yakima area. Again, you're staying in the 60s there till 7, dropping down into the 50s at 8 and 9 o'clock tonight. Tri-Cities, a nice evening here as well. Mostly clear skies. Temperatures dropping into the 50s by 8 and 56 by 9 p.m. And in Walla Walla, look for those temperatures once again dropping down into the 50s by 9 o'clock tonight. So clear skies tonight. Above average temperatures continue at least through the weekend. Fog is possible in the valley. I've been tracking some fog for the Kittitas Valley and the lower valley of the Yakima area, like Sunnyside, could see some fog overnight. Cooling down on Sunday. Big changes on the way. I'll get to all of that in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Now let's talk about these VEBA payments. This is a system that has been kind of controversial. It's costing Franklin County almost $3 million per year. Franklin County Administrator Mike Gonzalez says in some cases, the county is basically paying people not to take health insurance coverage. And now commissioners are looking at possibly making a change. For many county employees, VEBA is a tax-free trust fund account that they can use to pay for medical expenses that aren't covered by county-provided health insurance. Franklin County Administrator Mike Gonzalez says the county is now looking to change its employee benefits package. Right now, the county puts almost $1,600 per month towards employee health care. Now that money is split between insurance premiums and VEBA payments.
So you notice the cost of the premium goes up to $1,376.41. Again, we pay that same amount across the board. The cost of the employees, it's zero, so that's really solid. The amount of VEBA, you see it lessens as the cost of the premium goes up.
If your insurance premium costs more than $1,600 a month, you have to make up the difference, and you don't get a VEBA payment. If a county employee doesn't want or need health insurance coverage, they can simply get the entire payment as VEBA. Gonzalez says almost 6 county employees have taken that route, something that was a topic of discussion during the county commissioners meeting.
Exploitation of public funds for personal financial gain. That is how I view the VEBA system as it currently exists.
It's a disgrace that you're taking that money and giving cash to employees or elected officials.
The county is now looking at a plan that would offer a flat $400 per month in VEBA payments for employees who have county insurance plans and $600 for those who don't.
I just want what's fair and equitable for everybody. And fair and equitable isn't putting money in your pocket. Fair and equitable is an insurance plan that everybody can live with and know that they have insurance. That's the main thing, is that they have insurance.
Everybody has their own situation. What's fair and equitable, I mean, that argument could go on and on and on, because, you know, a single person, let's say they retired single, they're going to need more money for health care than somebody that would, say, have a family, someone that could take care of them.
While the county could make that change right away for non-union employees, Gonzalez urged commissioners to wait.
Whatever we want to call it, equity, parity, but I mean, ultimately we want to make the right decision. I do think we should start with the bargaining units and let them lead the way.
The commissioners decided to continue working on this issue for at least another week. Now to a Benton County road closure. Through social media, the county says a blocked culvert caused a road failure on Knox Road, which is now closed between District Line Road and Old Empire Road. The county posted on social media that there's no timeline for reopening. More than 2 decades in the making for a road not even half a mile long. Officials cut the ribbon this morning for the North Center Parkway between Gage Boulevard and Tapteel Drive that connects Kennewick and Richland. Ground broke just last year, but the project itself has taken a lot longer. According to the City of Richland's Public Works Director, the main challenge was to work with the railroads and trains that run across this path. The goal is to improve local circulation around the Columbia Center Mall, improving traffic flow, giving more potential job creation, and potentially utilizing some underserved properties.
Infrastructure is something you very easily take for granted, so in a month's time people won't remember that this doesn't exist, and it'll be part of their routine, right? That's the way it works. So we're really happy to be able to get that done.
The Port of Benton also reminded everyone that between Gage Boulevard and Tapteel Drive on Center Parkway, the railroad crossing is now fully operational, so you will need to be careful if you are driving, biking, or walking in the area of the train tracks. Getting prepared in the event a large earthquake strikes. The Great Shakeout takes place tomorrow, and we've got the details coming up. It faces opposition in Benton and Yakima counties. Next, we have an update on the Horseheaven Hills wind farm plans. And a beautiful evening around the Mid-Columbia. Stacey Lee will get you ready for your Thursday with her First Alert forecast. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar October 26th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Every day is different here at Ben Franklin Transit. With over 400 vehicles ranging from vans to 40-foot coaches, it takes a skilled workforce to keep our fleet running smoothly. We're looking for mechanics and equipment service workers to join the Ben Franklin Transit maintenance team. With unmatched benefits and generous paid time off, we care about our employees on and off the lot. If you're interested, please apply online at bft.org/careers and join the team that keeps the Tri-Cities moving.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Since 1975, the Tri-Cities Food Bank has been meeting the need of the hungry here in our community, 40% of which are children. Yokes and McCurley, they do this food drive, which we count on every year. When people go and buy a car there, they are supporting the Tri-Cities Food Bank, and we can never say thank you enough.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Mazda.
If you want to lower stroke risk from AFib, not caused by a heart valve problem, there's a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar October 26th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. We've been tracking efforts to build a huge wind farm in the Horseheaven Hills area. It's facing opposition in both Benton and now Yakima counties over water issues. But at a meeting today to discuss potential environmental impacts, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us water wasn't even part of the discussion.
The Washington State Energy Facility Site Evaluation Council is one step closer to finishing up an environmental impact study for the proposed Horseheaven Wind Project. An update meeting Wednesday highlighted unavoidable issues like the visuals of the wind farm, safety for hang gliders during construction, and
we believe that there will be significant impacts to traditional cultural properties due to ground disturbance, physical alteration, loss of access, and visual interference.
Working with the Yakima Nation and other tribes on ways to reduce impacts.
But but we believe that there is insufficient mitigation that we have been able to identify to reduce these impacts to a level of non-significance.
But no mention of water. The only reference, one line in a PowerPoint about the removal of unavailable water sources. That wasn't discussed. It's an issue Yakima County Commissioner Amanda McKinney brought up in a letter on October 12th, saying that Scout Energy, the company behind the project, doesn't have water rights to build and maintain it, after both the city of Kennewick and the Selamoxie Irrigation District said they could not supply water. Now they're turning to a new source, a potential groundwater transfer from the Department of Natural Resources.
This is critical because we're looking at potentially shifting a very finite resource from irrigators, from farmers, from domestic users, to an industrial use when it's also taking ag land out of production.
McKinney says there's concerns not just about the impact, but over how quickly the process is moving along compared to other applications.
The Yakima Basin Integrated Plan has been working for decades trying to increase water access. One of those is through ground or surface water storage. Ecology had been working with the members to create a surface storage reservoir.
But after years of work, the plan fell through.
And it took 8 years to get to that point. And yet this council is going out and citing major complexes with massive impacts all around in a matter of months.
McKinney asking that the state slow down and review Scout Energy's proposal again before making any permanent decisions. Reporting, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, McKinney says she sent the letter to the state on October 12th, but has not heard back yet. You can see that full letter on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Are you prepared in the event an earthquake strikes? The Great Shakeout takes place tomorrow in Washington State. The drill begins tomorrow morning at 10:19, the same digits as the date. At that time, participants will respond as if a quake was actually happening. This is also a good time to create a disaster survival kit with items that you need to survive if services like electricity and water get cut off in a real earthquake. Also happening tomorrow, a siren test along the Columbia and Yakima rivers between 10 and noon. According to Benton and Franklin County Emergency Management, this helps test emergency equipment and response protocol. You might hear sirens along the Columbia River between the Vernita Bridge and Leslie Groves Park in Richland, at Horn Rapids Off-Road Vehicle Park, the Rattlesnake Mountains Shooting Facility, or the Columbia Generating Station. This also includes a test of the Benton and Franklin County Code Red phone notification system.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
So an absolutely gorgeous day. Let's look at our radar and satellite. Again, the only moisture up in Vancouver Island, British Columbia. Warm front here, ridge of high pressure. That's going to keep us warm and dry here for the next couple of days. That's going to change next week, but we'll get there in a sec. Let's see our ridge of high pressure. Again, it's swooping around and swirling in that warm air from the south into our region, and that's causing us to run anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above the average for this time of year. So pretty nice. Let's look at our temperature trend again. Our average in Tri-Cities is 65. We're at 70 today. Look at this, 74 tomorrow. That's nearly 10 degrees. And then you'll see a gradual decline as we get into the weekend, with those temperatures dropping down into the 60s. In Yakima, again, nice and warm there. The average there is 63. We're going to hit 75 or 75, excuse me, tomorrow. And look at that, we'll drop down into the 60s and even see temperatures going down into the 50s. So again, from above average to below average in a very short time period. And again, the weather is going to be changing as we get through the week there. Legends Casino Skycam tonight, 68 degrees and light winds tonight. Our sunset was at 6:05, so good looking Skycam this evening. Let's talk about breezy and gusty winds. Again tonight, nice and calm through the area, but we'll see those winds, well, they'll start off calm tomorrow morning, other than Dayton, a little bit breezy along the foothills of the Blues. As the day progresses, though, around 3 o'clock, we'll see those winds start to pick up in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. A little bit breezier down through the Prosser area and, of course, the foothills of the Blues. Those winds will pick up in Yakima later on the evening. As we get into our Friday, again, light winds through the region. Not too bad as we get closer to that weekend. So pretty much perfect weather here for the next couple of days. Clear skies tonight. Temperatures in the 40s. We've got 45 Tri-Cities, 45 Yakima, 46 in Hermiston. Let's take a look at those daytime highs for you tomorrow. This is the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. 75 is going to be a beautiful day in Yakima tomorrow. Cle Elum at 74, 74 in Sunnyside as well as Toppenish. Moving into the Columbia Basin, again, those temperatures staying in the 70s, 74 for most of the region, 73 in Connell. Foothills of the Blues, beautiful day there. Look at Dayton, nearly 80 degrees tomorrow, 78. That's a warm one. Pendleton will see temperatures up to 76. So let's plan your day out tomorrow. Again, lots of sunshine, clear skies. You'll be peeling off that coat by the time you get to about the midday, with temperatures topping out there in the 70s. Tri-Cities tomorrow, again, another sunny one. A little cool out the door in the 40s. Peeling off those layers by the afternoon and dropping down to 60 by 8 o'clock. And in Walla Walla, clear skies all day long. Going to be beautiful there. 75 by 4 down to 62 at 8. So your short-term forecast heading towards the weekend. Again, we've got those 70-degree temperatures. Enjoy them, because I think once they're gone this week, we aren't going to probably be seeing them for a while. 70s in the Tri-Cities as well. A little overcast. You'll see those clouds starting to develop Friday into Saturday. And as we get closer to Sunday, we have chance of showers coming our way. Again, Walla Walla looking good in the 70s, with those temperatures dropping down to 49. So lots to get to, including your reason to smile. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill, your Halloween headquarters.
Hi, Mo. I need your help. My humans were run off the road by a car that drove off. What should we do? The law says you have 72 hours to report it to law enforcement to make a claim on their insurance, so have them go do a police report? Thanks, Mo. You're the best, hun. I'll give Brumback and Autumn a call. That way, I can come see you.
Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Talk.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This marks National Bullying Prevention Month. Approximately 1 in every 5 U.S. students between ages 12 and 18 say they've been bullied. Nearly 1 in 6 teens say they were victims of bullying online or by text. That's according to a 2019 nationwide survey by the National Center for Education Statistics. Health experts say prevention is critical and starts at home. Parents and guardians can create safe environments that allow kids to discuss their feelings.
We don't want kids to start to internalize things, push things down, suck it up, because it's going to come out at some point. It's going to come out in other ways. It could come out at other people.
Now, teaching kids empathy is key, as is teaching them early on to think about how their behavior impacts others. Experts say teach coping skills so kids can navigate feelings in a healthy way, and teach by example. Don't normalize bullying or downplay its effects. It's Wednesday, which means we have a cute pup to introduce you to who needs a forever home. Operation Best Friend is next, but first, Stacey Lee has your reason to smile. Stacey, over to you.
Oh, that's right. Our reason to smile is brought to you by Dottie Monahan. She took this great photo of a beautiful sky in Walla Walla. Remember to have your photo featured. Just get outside, snap it, send it to slee@applevalley.newsnow.com. Your reason to smile is brought to you by West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental in Pasco.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Every day is different here at Ben Franklin Transit. With over 400 vehicles ranging from vans to 40-foot coaches, it takes a skilled workforce to keep our fleet running smoothly. We're looking for mechanics and equipment service workers to join the Ben Franklin Transit maintenance team. With unmatched benefits and generous paid time off, we care about our employees on and off the lot. If you're interested, please apply online at bft.org/careers and join the team that keeps the Tri-Cities moving.
In 2014, Benton County voters passed an initiative to fund law and justice efforts. This allowed police departments to increase staffing, improve officer retention, reduce backlog in the justice system, fund gang prevention, fund drug court, fight sex trafficking, and improve the quality of life in our communities. Continue to keep Benton County safe. Vote to approve Proposition 1.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
If you want to lower stroke risk from AFib, not caused by a heart valve problem, there's a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
It's Wednesday and time for Operation Best Friend. The Benton Franklin Humane Society introduced us to another furry friend on Good Morning Northwest. This week, the Humane Society brought in a 5-year-old shepherd mix named Kylie.
So this is Kylie. She has been at Benton Franklin Humane Society for just under 2 years, making her our longest term resident. came to the Tri-Cities to hopefully gain some exposure. She is 5 years old, a very spirited girl, and would do best in a home with no other dogs, possibly adult children. And her adoption fee is $55.
Our morning crew said that Kylie was the sweetest dog and had a huge personality. As you heard, her adoption fee is $55. She'll be completely ready for a home at adoption. She'll be spayed, microchipped, and up to date on vaccines. Now, whoever adopts Kylie or any of the pets that are featured on our show will receive a $50 gift card to Paws Natural Pet Emporium to help with the cost of bringing in a new family member. Coming up next, an alarming situation in eastern Washington. Man comes face to face with a cougar. Plus, a psychiatrist at Yakima Town Hall shares strategies for dealing with a very common but challenging issue, depression. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
One of the criteria for getting a clinical depression diagnosis is an impairment in functioning. Mental health advocates say just because you're functioning fine on the outside doesn't mean you're actually okay. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to psychiatrist Dr. Sue Varma ahead of her Yakima Town Hall event about what high-functioning depression is and what you can do to help.
Depressed mood, diminished pleasure in most or all activities, fatigue, feelings of worthlessness, or excessive guilt. Psychiatrist and mental health advocate Dr. Sue Varma says you can check off all those symptoms and still not be diagnosed with depression.
In order to be qualified for, quote, a diagnosis, you have to have impairment in functioning, and a lot of times people will get dismissed by family, by doctors. They'll be like, but you're doing so well. You're showing up, but you're not able to function properly. You're not as productive as you used to be.
It's called high-functioning depression. Not an official diagnosis, but Varma says it's just as costly.
If you go to a day of work or a day of meetings, are you so exhausted and it takes like 3 or 4 days to recover and then you're avoiding people? Or if you just find that you're not getting pleasure from the things that you used to. In my mind, that's like the hallmark of depression.
Varma says there's no one-size-fits-all solution, but cognitive behavioral therapy, lifestyle interventions, medication, or a mix of all can help. But she says practicing practical optimism can help, starting right now with the 4 M's of mental health. Movement.
15 to 20 minutes of anything that brings you joy, and it could be walking, it could be yoga, it could even be stretching.
Mindfulness.
2 minutes of a deep breathing exercise, or it could just be doing one thing at a time, whatever you're doing wholeheartedly.
Meaningful engagement.
Going deep with someone, being vulnerable, asking key questions.
And mastery.
You don't have to be a master at something, but just spend 10 or 15 minutes a day getting better at something.
4 little habits that, if done every day, Varma says can help make a big difference in your mental health. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, Dr. Sue Varma has taken all of these principles and put them into a book called Practical Optimism, The Art, Science, and Practice of Exceptional Well-Being. That'll be available in February of next year. Now let's talk about your forecast. It might be a good time to get out there and get some movement going. Stacey Lee has a look at what to expect.
Today, lovely day for that. In fact, look at that. We still are seeing some of that sunshine back behind the hills now as the sun has gone down. Dust Devil, Geisa Stadium Skycam, 68 degrees. So yes, a beautiful day and still a pretty pleasant warm evening. Those temperatures, though, will start to drop now that the sun has set. We've got that big ridge of high pressure to thank. That is the weather pattern that's going to be staying put at least through Friday. Then we'll start to see that break down, and then our next weather pattern will start to change. Now, if you want to head out and go see the fall foliage, this is a great time to do it. We're actually starting to get to our peak color right here in the eastern part of the state, so don't have to travel quite as far. The west side also seeing a lot of that. A lot of places are getting past peak color. Now, if you are hitting the road this weekend, not a bad weekend to do it. The temperatures are cooling down, though, and we're looking at some showers on Sunday in the Seattle area. Moving into the Portland area, we start there in the 70s, a little overcast Saturday, and we'll see those showers about 80% chance on Sunday. But if you're heading up north to, say, Spokane, it's going to be not a bad looking weekend there as well for Friday and Saturday. Sunday, though, we'll start to see those showers at a 50% chance. So a lot going on in the weather. I'll get to your first alert full weather forecast here in just a few minutes. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Benton County Sheriff's deputies say they responded last night to reports of suspicious vehicles in the North Prosser area. This information comes from the Sheriff's Office Facebook page. Deputies aren't sure why vehicles parked in vineyards, and they say there was some suspicious activity. Now, if you see suspicious vehicles or activities that you want to report, you can call the non-emergency dispatch number that is there on your screen. It's deja vu all over again on Capitol Hill as House lawmakers attempted again to elect a House Speaker today. The Republican candidate, Ohio Representative Jim Jordan, actually lost some of the support within his party that he had yesterday. Now, like California Representative Kevin McCarthy earlier this year, Jordan says he's not planning to back out of the race to become Speaker. Although with Republican support falling, it's not clear what the path forward might be. The soonest we could see another House vote would be tomorrow morning, and it is worth noting that we are now less than 1 month away from another government shutdown, as the short-term budget plan that Congress passed to avoid a shutdown last month is set to expire on November 17th. President Biden traveled to Tel Aviv today, meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, as well as victims and first responders of the October 7th Hamas terrorist attacks. The president pledging full support for Israel and announcing $100 million in humanitarian aid for Gaza, which Israel has agreed to allow through the crossing connected to Egypt. The White House says that aid will be distributed through trusted partners, including UN agencies and international non-governmental organizations. ABC's Inez de la Cotera reporting from Jerusalem.
President Biden arriving in Tel Aviv Wednesday, meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, reaffirming America's support for Israel.
We see that support and your steadfast commitment to provide Israel with the tools we need to defend ourselves.
Israel has launched a blistering series of retaliatory airstrikes into Gaza after Hamas terrorists slaughtered more than 1,400 people. More than 3,500 Palestinians have been killed in those Israeli attacks. The IDF now poised for a potential ground invasion, continuing to urge residents in Gaza to head south for their safety.
We keep praying. We sleep every night, fearing that we will never wake up again.
President Biden acknowledging the suffering of the Palestinian people, saying the vast majority are not Hamas. Biden also announcing $100 million in new U.S. funding for humanitarian assistance for both Gaza and the West Bank, including clean water, food, medical care, and other essential needs. Israel saying they will agree to let that aid into southern Gaza.
If Hamas diverts or steals the assistance, they will have demonstrated once again that they have no concern for the welfare of the Palestinian people. And it will end.
But it's an explosion at Al-Ali Baptist Hospital in Gaza that the Palestinian Health Ministry says killed hundreds that has outraged the Arab and Muslim world. The president saying he grieves for the victims at the hospital.
Palestinian people are suffering greatly as well. We mourn the loss of innocent Palestinian lives.
Palestinian officials claim it was an Israeli airstrike. The IDF is blaming a misfired rocket from another terrorist group, Islamic Jihad. U.S. officials say, based on analysis of overhead imagery, intercepts, and open source information, Israel was not responsible. News of that explosion sparking protests throughout the broader Middle East region. Security forces using tear gas and a water cannon as clashes erupted near the U.S. Embassy in Beirut, Lebanon.
President Biden had been scheduled to meet with the Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas, the Egyptian president, and the King of Jordan in Jordan. But following that hospital explosion, Abbas canceled the meeting, declaring 3 days of mourning. Inez de la Cotera, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Here in eastern Washington, an alarming encounter. A man in Spokane encountered a cougar not once, but twice at Riverside State Park. Now, the man made it back home safe and sound, but he's now telling other hikers to be on the lookout for these animals. During a ride on a trail Sunday afternoon, Ryan Wade says he came face to face with a cougar. He says he immediately stopped and put his bike between himself and the cat.
And then I picked my bike up and I started shaking the bike at the cat and yelling at it. Very colorful language, and then I lunged at the cat to try to scare it away, and it backed off, and I did that again, and then it ran off into the brush.
Now, the cougar did leave him alone after the second time, but a spokesperson with Fish and Wildlife says if you're in a situation like that, don't run. Put your hands over your head. Try and make yourself look as big as possible. If you have a backpack or a water bottle, you could throw that at the cat, and always bring bear spray in case of an emergency. Tonight, an urgent call for blood donations all across the country, and you have a chance to help out in Richland. We have details on the blood drive coming up there next. And conditions like these are the reasons that we love to call the Mid-Columbia home. Stacey Lee has a look at your first alert forecast, plus why improving your hearing might help stave off dementia. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show, an experience you will never forget. Discover Santa's all-new North Pole with holiday getaways starting at only $250.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar October 26th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Our hometown. It's more than the regions we live in or the roads we drive on. It's a camaraderie, a belonging. It's working together to be a part of something bigger. All October long, bring a non-perishable food donation to McCurley dealerships or find a specially packed food donation bag at any local Yolks Fresh market. You are driving change in our community. That's what makes home, home.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Mazda.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When your toilet's running, your drain is clogged, you've blown a fuse, or your outlet has suddenly just stopped working, your local Ace Hardware store has just what you need to take care of those overwhelming plumbing and electrical issues today. We're right around the corner with a large selection of plumbing and electrical supplies in stock. And we've got the helpful folks that'll answer all your plumbing and electrical questions. Come see us today.
In health news tonight, a new study finds following a low-calorie Mediterranean diet and exercising minimally up to 6 days a week is a healthier way to lose weight. Now, while the results found this combo will reduce fat and build muscle, specifically that regimen can decrease visceral belly fat, which is the most dangerous kind because it's linked to things like diabetes and cardiac conditions. The study used data from about 1,500 participants who are in a larger clinical trial in Spain. It's published in the journal JAMA Network Open. By the year 2050, dementia is expected to impact 150 million people worldwide. And there are some simple ways to prevent some of those cases, like improving hearing. Here's ABC's Justin Finch.
If you are struggling to hear, instead of turning up your TV, get your hearing checked and look into hearing aids. It's not just good for your ears, it's apparently also good for your brain. A study by Lancet Public Health finds people with hearing loss who do not use hearing aids are more likely to develop dementia. Hearing aids are now available over the counter in the U.S., which might make hearing loss treatment more affordable and attainable for many Americans. But still, see your doctor if you are experiencing severe hearing loss. The doctor can check if there is a physical problem like too much earwax, or they might suggest a trip to an audiologist for a hearing test. The study says up to 8% of dementia cases could be prevented with proper hearing loss management. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
The Red Cross is once again putting out a call for blood donations, and you can do your part tomorrow at a blood drive in Richland. It runs from 10 to 3 at the Richland Community Center in Howard Amon Park. You do need to make an appointment. You can make them online. There are afternoon spots available. Donors will also get a $15 Amazon gift card through the mail.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And just a gorgeous day. Let's take a look at our radar and satellite combined. Again, we've got a ridge of high pressure that's keeping us warm, dry, sunny. Again, any activities way to the north of us. And again, this brown line here, that denotes the warm front. We're getting all that warm air pushing up from Southern California from the south, and it's swirling around that ridge of high pressure right into our area, which is causing us to run anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above average for the last couple of days, and we'll continue to see those temperatures here at least through Saturday. So let's look at Tri-City. 65 is our average, 5 degrees above that, close to 10 here on Thursday. That's tomorrow, and then we're gradually cooling down, and we'll see those temperatures drop down to 60 in Yakima. Our average there 73 degrees. Look at this, we're going to be way above that tomorrow at 75, and again that gradual cool down, so we go from 75 down to 57 in just a matter of days. So big changes coming next week, but do enjoy the great weather, those warm temperatures, and of course that sunshine. Here's our Dust Devil Giza Stadium sky cam tonight, 68 degrees, beautiful evening out. And again, it looks like our traffic on I-182 moving along nicely tonight. Let's talk about breezy and gusty winds. We're pretty calm this evening. As we get into tomorrow, you'll start to see those winds picking up in the morning in the Dayton area and just a little bit breezy in Yakima. As the day progresses, though, those winds will pick up in the Kittitas Valley, Ellensburg, Yakima again, a little bit breezy, and those winds pick up even more so. Fairly calm through the Columbia Basin, light winds here in the Tri-Cities, and then as we move into your Friday morning, Friday afternoon, looking good. That's when we'll see those winds picking up in the Columbia Basin and through the Columbia River Gorge. But overall, really mild weather for the next couple of days. Clear skies for us tonight with temperatures in the 40s. We do see a 50 degrees here in Dayton tonight, 45 Tri-Cities in Yakima, 43 in Ellensburg, and we'll see 46 tonight in Hermiston. For tomorrow, look for lots of sunshine. It's going to be a gorgeous day. Temperatures around the Yakima and Kittitas Valley in the 70s. Ellensburg 77, 75 in Yakima, 74 for Toppenish. Moving down the valley into the Columbia Basin, we'll see those temperatures once again in the mid-70s here as well. 73 in Connell, 74 for Tri-Cities, Hermiston, and Prosser. And then looking towards the foothills of the Blues, a warm day in Dayton at 78 degrees, 75 for Walla Walla. We'll see 76 in Pendleton. All right, let's plan your day for tomorrow. Again, it's going to be a little chilly as you get out the door, so you might want to grab a coat. You'll be peeling those layers off by noon, and by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it'll be nice and warm. So yes, looking good weather front-wise as far as our temperatures go tomorrow. Let's take a look at what's coming up. Let's talk about holidays. I compiled this list today and went, wow, we are 68 days till Christmas, 36 till Thanksgiving, and as you know, just 13 days till Halloween, and we only have 75 days left of 2023. So again, that'll just kind of get you up to date and ready for those holidays on the way. All right, we've got more on the way. Your 7-day planning forecast is coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport only at your local Ford dealer.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
It's not every day that you can experience award-winning limited production wines selected by industry notables, plus receive advanced news regarding upcoming releases and events. Delight in the convenience of having wines delivered to your door as a member of the Coyote Canyon Wine Club.
Bindi Irwin. She's faced pain and intense fatigue for years, and she says doctors dismissed it. Now this week, she reveals what she did and the procedure that finally helped change everything for her. It's what every woman should know. This week on Good Morning America.
The 2023 Honda Pilot was named the most fun to drive by Car and Driver. The Toyota Highlander was not. In fact, on the road and off, Pilot's handling blew Highlander away. Plus, Pilot has a bigger, more powerful engine, more cargo space, a bigger third row, and a bold new look. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get the bigger, bolder Honda Pilot with 3.9% APR financing. For details, see your Southeastern Washington Honda dealer.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport, only at your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Breaking news, Kennewick police say they're investigating an alleged assault with a firearm. This is the scene over on Zinser Street near Clearwater. You can see the Tri-Cities Regional SWAT is out there. For those of you familiar with the area, we're told no one's hurt, and police say they do have the situation over there under control. But officers are waiting on a search warrant so they can enter the home. We'll continue to track this story and bring you updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Now, inflation is forcing many Americans to rethink their holiday travel plans. A lot of travelers are now considering a car instead of a plane to their destination. But despite those costs, more people are expecting to travel this year compared to last year. In fact, according to one analyst, this will be the busiest holiday travel season in at least 4 years. Mike Valerio talked to that analyst about the latest industry trends to help you plan your holiday trip.
The holiday season is quickly approaching, and inflation is impacting travel options for many Americans. A new survey from Bankrate found most travelers are looking for ways to take a trip without breaking the bank.
77% of holiday travelers are making adjustments, but they don't want to skip the trip entirely. They're willing to drive instead of fly. They're willing to stay in cheaper accommodations or pick cheaper activities.
Bankrate senior industry analyst Ted Rossman says you may find deals if you have flexible travel days.
Could you go earlier? Could you stay later? If you're willing to fly the morning of Thanksgiving, that actually might be a big cost savings opportunity. And hopefully you still get there in time for the family dinner.
And make your money work for you.
Take stock of your rewards points and miles, whether it's cashback credit card rewards or airline miles or hotel points. You may be sitting on more value than you realize.
Another concern for travelers, flight delays and cancellations, especially after a rough holiday travel season last year. But you can book with a credit card that has strong travel insurance protections.
A lot of cards will include these at no added cost. And they help with everything from damaged rental cars to canceled or delayed flights, lost or delayed luggage.
Just a few steps you can take to make sure your holidays are as happy and stress-free as possible.
Well, Martha Stewart is collaborating with website Etsy for the upcoming holiday season. She's been named as Etsy's first official curator for 2023. Now, Martha Stewart's hand-picked curated collection will feature her favorite home decor, hosting essentials, clothing, and more. The list includes items ranging from under $10, like candles, to over $2,000 for a coffee table. Each item in Stewart's collection is stamped with a Good Things label. We'll have a final look at your forecast. It's not quite feeling like the holidays yet. That's when we come back.
Stan,
Where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot. Where could she?
Hey, everybody. I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth. Awesome.
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, because she's an herbivore.
Did you know Astria Health has the only team of neurosurgeons in the Lower Valley? Patients no longer need to travel long distances to receive the spine care they need. Patients with spinal tumors, stenosis, herniated or degenerative disc diseases, spine trauma, fractures, or spinal cord injury can be seen by an Astria neurosurgeon in Prosser, Sunnyside, or Zillah. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to one of our neurosurgeons. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Have you tried to reach your internet company lately?
Your wait time will be 45 minutes.
At Washington Broadband, we have techs right here in Yakima, so you have a friend to help you through your technology issues. We even have after-hours help.
Washington Broadband, how can I help you?
In this difficult time, when every other business is raising their prices, we still haven't in 28 years of serving Yakima, not even field charges. We will be your consistent local internet. Washington Broadband, your original hometown source to the world.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar October 26th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
We'll take a look at this. Some beautiful colors out there, but oh goodness, it's been almost an hour since official sunset.
Right, it's still lingering in the background. I'm enjoying it.
Love to see the colors.
Hopefully you're outside taking some pictures and sending them to me, please. I'd love to see them. All right, let's talk about your final forecast here, 7-day planner. Again, beautiful 70s. Enjoy those. I think once those babies are gone this week, don't believe we're going to be seeing those 70-degree temperatures maybe until next year sometime. So bye-bye 70s. There you go in Tri-Cities again. A little overcast as we get into the weekend. The big cool down comes Sunday, Monday, and then really cooling down on Wednesday into the 50s. Those overnight lows are going to be getting close to the freezing level. In Walla Walla, again, a nice few days there as well, and showers headed our direction. So think about winterizing, blowing out the sprinklers. Tis the season.
Maybe you'll need a coat to go with that Halloween costume coming up.
There you go, you might.
All right. Thanks, Stacy, and thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. We're back tonight at 11.